Hello, soul family. Welcome to God Conscious 1111 Tarot and Angel Readings with me, Pamela Ann. As you can see, we have a special guest here today. Um, Niamh Bergen is going to talk about and do some quantum. All right, give me a minute. Quantum holographic echo healing for us today. And I'm pretty excited about this. It's been a while since I've done a nighttime live stream, and I thought, what better way to do this than live and introduce new modalities for healing our minds, healing our souls, healing our emotions. So I hope you guys enjoy this live stream with me. All right, so bear with me because I'm using a brand new streaming source for this live stream. And so if you're interested in learning what this is like, please let us know. I'm going to take down your names. This is free of charge. There is no charge for these quantum healings. This is basically an opportunity for you to get to experience it. I had the blessing of experiencing it, and there's some underlying beliefs that I don't think that many of us are aware of that we live with, and there's stories that we tell ourselves, either consciously or subconsciously, that prevent us from realizing our highest and best goals and reaching our potential, especially since it's already been devised about our life path and our life purpose. But then we have these little like one-liners like, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. And so what Niamh is able to do is to get to the core of yours, because sometimes we can't even recognize what our limiting belief is. So I love this. I'm so excited. I'm going to introduce Miss Niamh now. Niamh, just tell us, how did you get into this?
Okay, so I've had quite a journey with healing modalities. I was always drawn to it because I struggled a lot with depression and anxiety growing up. I actually have had OCD since I was a child, which obsessive compulsive disorder. So I've been very prone to anxiety and depression. And I started on my path a few years ago where I actually wanted to study kinesiology. And then I kind of went off that path. I kind of sabotaged myself, really. And I ended up going and studying coaching and hypnotherapy and NLP and a few other modalities. But this year I was drawn back towards the more kind of spiritual energy healings. And I ended up studying quantum holographic echo healing because it's a little bit like kinesiology. Kind of it taps into, we using either a pendulum or muscle testing, we tap into like the beliefs that you're holding in your energy body. So I did that back in April, and I had, like, being honest, like I've worked with people with it and I've used it on myself. Like I use this on myself every few days. I'm like, if there's something bothering me, I'm like, I don't know what it is, what's annoying me, what's stopping me. I'll just like do a session, see what the beliefs are, and then I work to clear them. So it has been probably one of my biggest tools actually for clearing like limiting beliefs and what the underlying things that we're carrying.
I love that. I'm so excited. All right, so who wants to be the first to try a healing? Who's going to be first today to try this quantum holographic echo healing?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful.
It is. And you know, after you did my session, I realized that about a year ago, there was another woman that I'd met in my local area who had done something similar. I don't think it was the same title, but with the tapping, and it was very cool to witness being in front of it. But there's like a tapping that goes with this to get the resonance, and the book, of course, that you need to go back to check because everybody's frequency is a little different when you do this. So
yeah, and it's tapping into the frequency. Everything that happens in our life like kind of leaves an energetic imprint that sometimes we don't even realize we're carrying. So it's quite a new modality, but there's things taken from different techniques.
I love that. So we have our first,
Okay.
can we call her a guinea pig? I'm only kidding.
Yes.
We have our first participant for the healing. Her name is Dina
Dina.
Bearden. Yes. Now, Dina, would you be willing to put in the comments what I'm going to let Niamh ask the question. What is the question that you need?
Okay, so I mean, I can do a general one, like where I just see what's coming up for you. But if you want to have a specific question, like for example, what's behind me, not like a money block, or like around love, or even things like body image, or like, is there a specific thing that you want to tap into the belief? Or I can just do general and see what comes up.
All right, Dina, the question is, do you want her to tap into a belief, or do you want her to do general? I'm also going to ask if there's anybody on this live stream that's willing to come live with us so you could see what it would feel like to have it done personally via live stream. Now, I have to say, our beautiful soul sister is currently in Melbourne, Australia. And many of you know I have an affinity for Australia because of the story as it relates to my daughter. So I just feel blessed and honored that we can get together like this, share each other's gifts and talents across the pond, so to speak. So
Yeah. So and if you did want to jump on, it might like be easier to kind of talk it through with you. But I'm gonna tap into Dina now and see
yeah, and
what
she
comes.
asked for general, by the way.
Yeah, I think I just seen the comment there. So okay.
Yes, awesome. All right, here we go.
Okay, so it's bringing me straight to core issue and belief. So I'm using my book like to find the beliefs. The issues and beliefs, they're divided into sections. So I'll just find which one it is. And it's bringing me to identity. Okay. And what's coming up is a belief that I don't deserve to be cared for. Okay, so
Interesting.
yeah, so that's I'll see if there's anything else that wants to give me in relation to that, but it's something to reflect on. Does it make sense for you? Does it resonate with you, or do you think that you need to do some reflecting on that? Because remember, some of these won't instantly like make sense to you.
Right.
You might be thinking, oh no, I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe I don't deserve to be cared for. Like,
Right.
does
Right.
that make
Right.
sense?
But then your behavior says that very thing. No, I got this. No, I got
Mm.
this. You ask for help and then, no, I got this. And that's because you don't believe that you're deserving or worthy of receiving help. She said, wow.
Yeah, I see the comment. I push people away. Yeah. So because you have this belief, this undercurrent belief that you don't deserve to be cared for, that's you end up self-sabotaging and pushing people away. So that would be the belief to work on to then, in order to like we keep attracting the same things over and over again because we're holding that vibration.
Wow.
So I'll see is there anything else. No, so yeah, just in a obviously a session we'd go into it deeper, but it just wants that's the one that is currently affecting you.
So what affirmation would she use to help her start to break that vibration, so to speak? I'm sure there's another proper
Yeah,
word we
okay.
could use, but
Well, I'll tap into an affirmation because we do use affirmations in this as well.
so guys, this is very cool. As she's doing that, is there anybody else? Is there anybody else that would be interested in being read this way with the core belief systems or whatever it is that shows up when Niamh does her work here. I think Rivki, yes, you can do a healing when you're sick. Yes, you can do a healing when you're sick. Let's see.
So I did find the affirmation for Dina, which was under love. It's a bit of a mouthful. So the one that tested up to work with is, I live every day with love, giving and receiving equally, allowing more love, joy, and peace into my life daily so I can express my true self at its highest potential.
All right, so I hope you have a pen and paper, and I'm going to ask you to read that one more time, Miss Dina, because you asked for help, and here is your affirmation. Write it on your mirror or set it as a reminder on your cell phone every hour, on the hour. These are the things that I did when I was going through the healing process, and now they have a name for it. I struggle. I stutter when I say it. Quantum healing. Quantum holographic echo healing. So it's the vibration that we carry is really what that's saying, and how it resonates into our everyday reality, unbeknownst to our own self. So, so go ahead and repeat that, and hopefully you have a pen and paper, Miss Dina.
Okay. I live every day with love, giving and receiving equally, allowing more love, joy, and peace into my life daily so I can express my true self at its highest potential.
Love it. That's beautiful. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Dina, for allowing yourself to be read. And I'm going to put in the link ways in which you can reach Niamh for deeper in depth. We're going to talk about that, so don't go away just yet. But at the end of the live stream, we're going to give you more information and then delve deeper into what it is. So this is just a snippet, if you will, of the work that she does based on the energy that you're carrying, based on her work with her guides as well, which I absolutely love. So I'm going to call up next if Kelly Marie is still here. Kelly Marie, if you're still here, do you have a question or for guidance, or do you want her to just pull general like she just did for Dina? I love you, Dina. You're awesome. So as we're waiting, same thing for you, Crystal Price. I'm keeping the little list as if we were doing a live stream with me and my readings. So Kelly Marie said general.
Okay. Okay, so this is bringing us to core issue and belief again. And it's bringing me to safety. And what's coming up is I am of no value. So does that resonate?
We're waiting on Kelly Marie to respond.
Yeah, this feeling that, what was it? I have no value.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just see, is there anything else attached to it? Okay, it is bringing me to timeline, which is interesting.
Wow. Akashic record, possibly?
Yeah, so with timeline, it can be like ancestral, past life, this lifetime, or can bring me to an event. So we'll just see what we're working with. It's actually bringing me to an event.
So I would say, Kelly, what is the first event that comes to mind to start looking? That would be what comes to mind for me, and when in that kind of a reading.
So what's coming up, actually, just double check this, is regrets. So it's under events, but it's not really, it's not really an event as such. Like, so is there something related to an event that you regret, maybe, possibly? And that, like, from that, you kind of take on this belief that you're of no value.
So she said yes when you went back to look for more. She said yes. She resonated with that statement. And I think it's great that you were able to bring it in deeper to an event. And the event really, when we speak of events, they're emotional events or emotional triggers.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a party or a holiday, though it could be. Maybe I didn't make it to the holiday. So maybe I regret with COVID, I couldn't go, or I was afraid to go.
Sometimes it's like, sometimes it can be general, and that's why, like, in a full session, it helps you kind of build the picture a bit more. Yeah. But, everything comes up for a reason. So you just got to kind of like think, how is this connected? Because, a lot of it is shadow work, it's what's underneath, and it's bringing the unconscious to the conscious. But I don't know if the regrets resonated, but if she saw any connection there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing her any comments. So let's give her, since she did say yes to that, let's give her the affirmation as well. And guys, I just want to give you a little heads up. Make sure you have a pen and paper so that you can write this down, and then maybe add it to your cell phone as a reminder. Put it in your notepad as a reminder to nurture yourself, affirm yourself. You have a value. Each and every one of you, or you probably hear me say that a lot when I do the readings and live streams. And this work, all of this work brings us to this beautiful, peaceful essence. And that's what this is intended to do as well. So Kelly Marie, are you ready for your affirmation?
So the affirmation that came up is related to forgiveness, compassion, and harmony. And it says, I know how to live with compassion for myself and others. I know how to accept compassion from others. So I'll repeat that again. I'm not sure if she has something to write it down.
She's there. Yeah. She says, yeah.
Okay. So I know how to live with compassion for myself and others. I know how to accept compassion from others.
Wow.
So it's interesting that, even having a belief that you are not of value, or you've nothing of value, you do need compassion with yourself, and you need that compassion, like being able to accept that compassion from others. So
absolutely.
That's the affirmation to work with. But you can always journal more on this, or obviously if you want to go deeper into it, you could book a session. A session will go deeper, but even just to do it yourself and just see what comes up for you, meditate on it, journal, and work with the affirmations, because as I say, everything that comes up is coming up to be healed. It's coming up, it's in your energy, and it's kind of holding you back in some way. And you can clear it.
And you can clear it. And of course, if you need help, I'm going to put up the link for Niamh, so that you can reach out and coordinate schedules. And the reason that I shared that is because the schedules she's 11 hours ahead of us in her location. So just being conscious of that when you go to book your appointment. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
evening appointments would suit me for my day.
Yes, exactly. Because it's noon there. So,
Yeah.
or a little after now. All right, Crystal Price. Crystal Price, are you still here? And are you ready? Hi, everybody. First of all, give me a second. Let me pause. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday night. This is a Saturday Night Live in a very different edition. So what we're doing is introducing Niamh into the spiritual community as a quantum holographic echo healer. And
Yes.
and she's also got other credentials under her belt in healing modalities, including coaching and a really deep connection with source. And how I connect with most of the people that do wind up coming on a live stream with me, I do this a couple of times a year, maybe not as often as I should, but that might be my New Year's resolution. But we need each other in order to continue on the path and encouragement and empowerment so that we can continue to thrive. And one of the gifts God gave me was to help support other healers on the path by way of the guidance that I get to provide in a reading, but as well as supporting them in doing something as scary as coming out here on live and being vulnerable and sharing her gift and working with all of you. So yeah, so I will be putting her information in. If you think you're interested, you guys know how to get a hold of me, and then I can just email you or private message you her contact information. Sorry, I stuttered there. Crystal Price, do you want to do a general? Is there healing towards addiction? Excellent, excellent question, Crystal. So Crystal is on deck now with Ms. Niamh.
Okay.
So her question is there, one second, it went away. Is there healing towards addiction? And I'm going to tell you absolutely yes, but let Niamh tap in and see where you need the focus.
Okay, so I'm focusing on that.
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah. Something I just want to mention about addictions as well is that I forgot to tell you this, Pam, but I recently studied a new modality, like about 3 weeks ago. I haven't done much with it since. I'm actually going to be looking for case studies. So that is something that I might put up on my page where I'm offering very cheap case studies. But it's called silent counseling, and it was actually designed for people with addictions. What it is, it's like touching the meridian points in your body and using like touch and breath, so breath work. So you don't have to talk about the problem, but you get it out of your body. Because sometimes we can do the mindset work, but sometimes it's like the energy is actually stuck in our body. So I just wanted to bring that up there because it's really good with addictions. But as I said, I'll put that on my page. I only just set up my page. I'll be getting it going and putting up the information. But I'll tap into what she needs to know now with regard to addiction, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. What was her name? Crystal?
Crystal Price.
Crystal Price. Okay, so it's actually bringing me straight to timeline, which it's not unusual, but are we in pages? And it's bringing me to cellular memories. So.
And you intuited that almost right before you even said that.
So interesting, actually, it's brought me to ancestral. So I wonder if you might know with ancestral, but is it in the family? Or it could just be coming down your family line?
Mm.
Just wondering, are you aware of anything with ancestral? Because again, ancestral can be further back, we mightn't know, but I'm just curious if I'll just ask. It won't tell me which side, which, yes, my daddy was a drinker. Okay, so I'll see if there's something else on this. Okay, are we in A? And now it's bringing me to a need. So the needs are, well, they're pretty straightforward. I suppose it's a need that maybe you're lacking right now in your life, or and it's bringing me to autonomy, which, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. But like I suppose autonomy, self-autonomy. I think it is autonomy. Hold on. I think it is autonomy that it just wants to bring up. Are we in autonomy? No, it is. So I thought there might be more under that, but to me that feels like, I don't know how to, I don't know if I'm good with words, but autonomy. But autonomy, if I'm explaining it right, I don't know, maybe you can help me with this, Pamela, but it's like self, isn't it? Like the autonomy over yourself. It's like,
well, yeah, like really finding out your own identity outside of who I'm affiliated with. So
yeah, like bringing it back to you.
Right.
Is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that it's like, that it's a need for you to maybe focus on you, bring back in within you. Is that, I feel like I'm repeating his life. Okay, so that could be it. That could be, I don't know who I am. Yeah, right. So that's what the need is for. The need is, that's what it means. Will I test up an affirmation for Crystal as well?
So I looked up the definition just to help everybody out. The quality or state of being self-governing. So essentially, we look to other people for approval, and it makes it difficult for us to be in our own power when I'm looking for somebody else to approve of me, or approve of what I'm doing or working on, or approve or justify my value. So that's kind of where some of that work can start. Who is it that you're looking for approval from, right now, and or along the path? Because that's a lesson that is certainly repeated till it's learned. So now you're probably seeking freedom and personal independence, moral independence. So for a long time, I didn't feel like I had autonomy under the particular religious paradigm that I was raised in. I had to go through the process of the undoing, and probably even at some extent to a cellular level, because it was ancestral. So freedom, get ready for freedom. So let's hear this affirmation for you, Miss Crystal.
And just a reminder, like, we can clear these ancestors. We don't have to keep repeating our parents or our family line. Like, we can break the cycle, and that's why I think what a lot of us are here for. We heal ourselves, we heal our family line. Okay, so it's bringing me to love. Verse 3. Okay, so the affirmation you've got is, my love is limitless and boundless and uplifts all who I meet. I deeply love and accept myself just the way I am. Okay, so I will repeat that again, just a bit more slowly if you have something to write down. My love is limitless and boundless and uplifts all who I meet. I deeply love and accept myself just the way I am.
I love that.
I just seen a comment. Is this an Irish lass? Yes, I am Irish. I'm in Melbourne, Australia, but I'm Irish. Yes.
And that's a good ear you have. Who was that?
I was looking at the comments at Caitlin Cronin.
Oh, because
Yeah,
Katie
I
is
saw the
like,
Irish flag and
so her husband is also from Ireland.
okay.
Katie is a very dear and old friend of mine for many, many, many years.
Okay.
That's awesome. I love that.
I'm actually from the south of Ireland. I'm from Tipperary, so down the bottom.
Down at the bottom.
Oh, Crystal, I'm crying so hard right now. I hope that gives you some peace and just work. If you work with that affirmation and knowing that just even that repeating, I deeply love and accept myself. A good thing to do is this point. I don't know. Oh God, I don't know where my
We're
camera
just
is.
tapping here. So I don't know if you're
Yeah,
familiar with the tapping.
yeah. So I am. So this one to tap in the positive using this point, like to repeat, like my love is limitless and boundless, and uplifts all who I meet. I deeply love and accept myself just the way I am. That like, and all of you can use this. Like tap in.
Yeah.
I don't use this. I don't know how you use tapping, but I don't ever use this for negative affirmations. But always, I use this one for positive to tap in the
So is
change.
that the right or the left? Because I'm in a screen. So just we're
I
tapping
don't
the.
know if it makes a difference which hand, and I'm not sure if it makes a
Okay.
difference which hands on. This is my
It's
left.
just
I'm
the
tapping
side of the
into.
hand. It's the
Yeah,
external side. Okay.
I just for me, I was taught just to always tap in the positive in that one because there's sometimes we use
Okay.
negative and then we get it out. I was always taught this one for positive. So all of
Okay.
you that have an affirmation can use that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I love that. I'm going to send you some more energy healing, and I'll put Skylar on that as well, Miss Crystal. Thank you so much for being a part of this live stream today. I love, love, love this. We have a few more names. Are you up for it?
I am, yeah.
Awesome. All right. So is Heather Randolph still here? And Rivki. I know Rivki is here. So let's do Rivki because she did mention something about struggling with OCD. And so maybe start with that for Miss Rivki.
Rifki, okay. She has OCD as well?
She does.
Yeah, it's tough disorder.
It is. It
Um,
is. So can you
so
see what you can find for her?
okay. Am I tapping into it, I suppose, with regards to OCD? Did she ask that? Was it?
Well, she asked, would it help with
Yeah,
OCD?
it can. I mean, I have OCD. I've had it since I was a child. Yeah, and I use different techniques to help manage it, but I'll tap in to see what comes up. Okay, so this one's bringing me straight to physical systems, which the physical systems are like it'll bring up a part of the body, but it's like it doesn't necessarily mean that you struggle with that part of the body. It's the kind of representation of what it means. So okay, this is very interesting. It's brought me straight to spleen, which represents obsessive behavior tendencies. Life is painful.
Wow.
So I think that is like, well, it feels spot on, especially like obsessive behavior tendencies. And like I've had that before as well. Life, like with OCD, does feel
Mm-hmm.
very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm curious how you feel about that. I will see. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'll see what else. Is there anything else? It's actually not giving me any more information at the minute. So I'll go straight to the affirmation. Um,
Awesome.
but it was very
That
spot
would
on.
be a
It
case that you
just,
might do a little bit more work on. Maybe Rivki, like I said, I'm going to put this up there. Maybe Rivki, you can book a session and get a little bit deeper. And this is different than word therapy. This is really the it's the hologram that we put out into the world, really. That's what the hologram means, is that almost like a distortion of truth energy. So we're trying to see what's resonating and physically to help you.
yeah. And she said since COVID, it's been rough. I found COVID triggered mine a lot as well. And stress. I always find if I'm going through a very stressful time, it really makes it more difficult. But I will tap into the affirmation for you to work with. So, and as I say, like in an actual session, usually like more things would come up, we'd go deeper, but these are just mini affirmation, real life purpose. And the affirmation that you have got is, I trust my higher self / creator to show me the true meaning of self-worth.
I love that.
Yeah, and I'll just repeat that again. I trust my higher self / creator to show me the true meaning of self-worth.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rifki, for allowing us to tap into your energy. Hopefully that helps you. At least it's a tool to use for the next, let's say, 72 hours. See how you feel after that. This isn't an instant fix, guys, but this is certainly a gateway to a better level of understanding and compassion for ourselves and then humanity. And I think that the more that we walk through this life, the more that it is revealed, the more that we get to clear. So I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, we have to do the work, don't we? We have to do the inner work on ourselves.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Rifki. All right, Heather Randolph, are you ready? Thanks, Rev. Just love you, girl. I know these girls. I mean, I've been with some of them have been here with me for 4 years.
Okay.
So, Heather Randolph.
Okay.
Thank you, Dina. Is it general, Heather, or is this? Yes, Jennifer, you can pay, not on this live stream, but what we could do is I can send you the information for Heather to do it. But this is really just a way for everybody to get introduced to this new healing modality and to get introduced to a healer that is who has embarked on this work. I think it's really helpful. So her work and my work and, energy healing work at large is really becoming our go-to in society. And so it's really a beautiful tool with everything else that, but I know how you guys are. I know how I am. You want to see it and you want to experience it and you want to feel it. And so as I'm waiting for Heather to ask, is this for general, Heather, or is this a question? You're so welcome, Jennifer. I'm going to give you guys the email address now that you can start to send messages to get the prices and information. It is bluelotusdivine@gmail.com. I love the name. Blue, BLUE, lotus, as in the lotus flower, LOTUS, divine, as in, that's my favorite person in the whole wide world, @gmail.com. Okay, so this is holographic healing for you, not for the kids. So we're going to go ahead with general for her.
Yeah, and maybe my relationship. So I think if it's like relationship or kids, either way, it's going to bring up with you. It isn't about other people. It's also about what we're holding in our energy. But I'll tap in and see what it is. What Heather. Okay, it's brought me straight to needs. And it's brought me to physical well-being. So okay, this is a bit random. It's just brought up, maybe it just wanted you to know that there's a need for water in physical well-being. Maybe you're not drinking enough. I don't know why. Sometimes it is a little bit random.
Yeah.
Let me know if that resonates, but I will tap in and see what else there is. And because we said we'd go general, um, yeah, there's something else. But let me know if the water made sense because that was very random. Okay, and it's bringing me to physical systems again. I haven't today. Yeah, so maybe it was just a little reminder. And actually, it's a reminder for me, I think, too.
Mm-hmm. My doctor the other day told me that I have to drink a gallon of water. He made me change my entire diet, and I'm really noticing a difference. I didn't realize that some of the my old diet habits don't work anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't mean diet, lose weight diet. I just mean my daily intake has not been in accordance with my body as it's aging like fine wine.
Okay, so it has brought me to physical systems, and I don't know if this will make sense to you, but it's brought me to testicles, which represents masculinity. So, I mean, I wonder if that's related to your relationship, which you were talking about. Let me just see if they will give me information on. Is it related to self? It's saying it's related to other. So I'm guessing, is this something got to do with the relationship? Is it because it's not self, it's other. I will look for more information around that. Okay, it's actually not giving me more information. As I said, these are mini readings, so they only kind of bring up what but I will see what affirmation comes up around that. But there's definitely something around the masculine. Could be the masculine energies in your life, or I don't.
You think that maybe the masculines are dominating her every move potentially, like I'm okay when they're okay, or I'm not okay when they're not okay, kind of a thing? Or is it possible that she's moving more from her masculine as a result of self-protection?
Because it's not about self.
Okay, so that one was
It's not testing up about self, it's testing up others. But it could be in relation. I feel like it is actually in relation to others. So maybe is it your masculine energy? Potentially. Well, I'll just double check. Will it give me more information? Because can we have more information on this? Okay, it is. It's going to bring me to timeline because it might just help us get a little bit more. And it's brought me to events. Pregnancy. So, yeah. I don't know if you've had children. Is there any kind of connection there between a pregnancy and the masculine? Because, yeah, let's know if that makes sense for you. Did something happen that you could be carrying something? Let's see, is there anything else?
She said no more babies.
I just asked for one more and it brought me to events again.
She said they have 6 children together, just to give you a heads up.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the event has that that has tested up after this is failures. So I don't know if that makes sense for you, but yeah, I wonder if there's some. And as I say, everything that happens does leaves an energetic imprint that, sometimes we don't clear. I don't know if anything happened in one of the pregnancies, or it could just be beliefs that we've carried, like, but it sounds like whatever it is, obviously, like a session would be able to get in deeper, but it's like there's a connection between the masculinity and the pregnancy, and I'm not sure about and the failures. Like it could be a feeling of failure, or so I have like 3 and him 3. Yeah. So as I said, it might make sense initially, but if you can try and connect what it is or what that, and it's why it's called echo. It's why it's called holographic echo, because everything that happens is leaves this like echo, this imprint that we kind of carry, and we're not always consciously aware of it. But I will test out an affirmation and see what you can work with.
Heather, that's still a lot of kids, though, my love. Whether they were all yours or not, that's 6 kids in a household or to deal with. Wow. Sainthood, I would say.
So the affirmation I tested up is, I embrace the meaning of oneness and uniqueness.
I like that.
See how that feels for you. I embrace the meaning of oneness and uniqueness.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. All right, I think we have time for one more. I would really like to get Jillian Marie. She's asking a question which I thought was very interesting.
Okay.
Post addiction, healing heart, soul, and mind. So that message came through in a different way. Give me a second. Let me just pull up that message again. So that message came through as, could she look at a general reading towards healing post-addictive addiction? Post-addictive addiction. So I'm not seeing her comments in the live stream. So she sent me a private message. She said, my mind and soul need guidance. So I'm not sure. I've never heard it put that way. Do we suffer? I'm a woman in recovery from addiction. So do I suffer from other, we call it changing seats in the Titanic, and then I become addicted to other things like shopping and relationships and Netflix binging and chocolate. Just saying.
I think with addiction, a lot more of us are addicted to things than we realize. So everyone thinks of the big addictions like drugs or alcohol, or you know what I mean? But like, people don't think of the little addictions. Like, look at us all now, like addicted to our smartphones, addicted to like buying stuff online, addicted to food. Like, I think we use these addictions as well, if they're not like thought like the big addictions like drugs and alcohol, like they're not thought of as addictions, but they are. We use them to numb us and kind of distract us from the pain that we are carrying. So I would say, yeah, if she has maybe got over a kind of a big addiction, a lot of like, you see I've seen people say, I have an addictive personality. It's either smoking, or I give up drinking and I start smoking. I give up smoking, I do this. I do like. I think it is. It's a pattern, and again, it's a pattern. It's we're avoiding something. If you give up one thing and then replace it with another addiction, that even a healthier addiction, people can be addicted to going to the gym, and it doesn't mean that it's healthy because it's an escape route, or it's. So yeah, I can tap into that. What was the person's name?
Jillian Marie. Jillian Marie.
Jillian Marie, to tap into. What's around that addiction, or what's around that, like,
to help her heal her heart.
Okay.
To help her heal.
Jillian Marie. Okay, so it's bringing me straight to the chakras, which are you aware what the chakras are? The energy centers in our body?
I would say Jillian is very
Okay.
aware.
And it's bringing me to the sacral chakra. Out of control. So the chakras are like the emotions or the feelings that we carry. So like, as opposed to the beliefs that a lot of the beliefs that I've tested up today. So in the sacral chakra, yeah, there would be an underlying feeling or sense of being out of control. Does that resonate? I wonder if is she still on?
She is. She's probably going to private message me.
Right.
So let's continue along as if she can agree to what
yeah, and
what you just shared, and see if there's an affirmation to help her with this feeling of not being in control or surrendering when she feels out of control. She's in the process of writing me now, but she said yes.
Okay.
I
would say, is there any other belief? Is there anything else? Yeah, so there is a belief there as well, which I will just check.
And now, guys, I'll just share with you while she's doing that this idea of being in control or the desire for control is also another form of addiction. All right, so, okay. So she said having mental health issues post-active using.
What was that? Just having
mental health issues post-active using. So
okay, right.
Yeah. That's common too.
Yeah, and it can take a while to rebalance. And actually, the belief that has tested up, which, and again, it's you've got to feel into it, because sometimes the way these are worded is very people are like, oh, that's not true, but I don't know why I said that, but yeah, because the belief is actually that I'm not true. So when I said that, I was confusing myself as I was saying it, because the belief that tested up is I'm not true. So again, you got to remember, this is an underlying sense of there's a feeling of being out of control, but there's a feeling of I'm not true, in whatever way that means. It sounds kind of vague, but like, what would be the sense that you feel maybe you're not being true to yourself, or you feel like you're just not, there's something, yeah. So like, if it doesn't make sense to feel into that and see how, because it's kind of vague, but is it like I'm not true to self, or just do you feel that you're not being true in life? Or I will check the affirmation.
Accepting and letting go. So we hit that a little earlier. It's really hard to accept and let go, accept and let go. And sometimes we create illusions around what we want to be true. So is it true, or is it the illusion that I'm creating because that's what I want so badly?
Because truth can be an illusion too. Like, and this is like, for us, like, this is the thing, like, beliefs aren't true or false, but they become true for us. Like, if you hold a belief that I'm not lovable, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not true, or whatever, I'm of no value, that doesn't mean they're true, but they become true for us because we believe and we attach to it. Okay, so it's brought me to harmony.
I like that.
And it's just a simple one. My life is harmonious. So it's just very simple one. My life is harmonious.
My life is harmonious.
Bring it back into balance.
She said, thank you so much. So you're so welcome, Jillian Marie. Thank you so much for allowing Niamh to read for you on this live stream. And, here's the thing, guys. I'm not going to be, obviously, we're not going to be able to get to everybody. But you can always reach out to Niamh at bluelotusdivine@gmail.com. But I will ask you if you'd be willing. We have a young lady who's been with me quite a few years. Her name is Kathy Durbridge Sadler, and she's dealing with cancer. So is there any what can you pull up on somebody who is struggling with that type of a health issue?
You want me to do it for now?
Yeah, general for Kathy.
One thing I will say, this is nothing to do with cancer or that, but I done a healing on myself a few months ago. I was struggling with my health for the last like 2.5 years, 3 years maybe. I was just struggling with fatigue and different health issues, but I was also under a lot of stress, a lot of challenges in my life. And a few months back, I hurt my shoulder really bad. And now we can't claim that we heal. I don't claim I heal illnesses or whatever, but sometimes illnesses and injuries can be attached to emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was just like, oh, I'm going to tap into this. This shoulder pain came out of nowhere. I couldn't sleep with it. And I was like, I'll tap in and just see, is there a belief attached to it? And the belief that came up for me was, I don't want to heal. And like when I got it, I kind of went, oh, that's
what?
Like, yeah, of course I want to heal. Like, of course I want to heal. But the thing is, when I sat with it and I tuned into it, I was like, oh, this makes sense. Because at the time, I'd been doing a lot of study on different modalities for the last 2 years, but I was struggling a little bit with doing spiritual work, right? For my own reasons, that was my things I've had to work on. And at the time, I was like working on clearing all these spiritual beliefs so that I could do healing work and put myself out there and whatever. And even though I was like clearing them, whatever, I was making progress. But then when I tapped into this belief that I don't want to heal, I realized that by keeping myself sick, I was keeping myself from putting myself out there, because I always had an excuse that I didn't have the energy. I was too sick to start my business. I was too sick to work with clients. And it just shows how sneaky our unconscious mind can be, because I thought I was doing all this work to clear those spiritual beliefs and the fear of like putting myself out there. And yet at the same time, I was so frustrated because I was so sick, and I was like, why won't I heal? And so it is interesting how our bodies, we can sabotage. But yeah, I know that's not to do with cancer, but often illnesses and that have an emotional connection. So I'll just tap in to see.
So Kathy, if you're still here, we're tapping into your energy. I know that you usually hang out, so hopefully you're here for this.
So is it Kathy? Is the name?
Kathy Durbridge. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. Okay. Kathy Durbridge Sadler.
Yeah, and bring me to core issue and belief. Okay, interesting. It's brought me to healing, to the section on healing. Okay. First three. Okay, and the belief that has tested up, which I do not want to be alone.
Wow.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Does that resonate with you, Kathy?
Is she still on?
Yeah, I'm looking for her comments. I'm not seeing them. There's been little glitches with me being able to see comments.
Okay. I will see, is there anything else around that? Because I wonder if, like, I do not want to be alone, that if you, like, sometimes with a sickness, it means that we're cared for then, we're kind of, and it could be an unconscious way of keeping people around. Potentially, this is like where you kind of got to dive in and kind of think like, could it, or, and question yourself, maybe journal about it or meditate on it. And, right. But I will see, is there anything else around that? It's bringing me to another belief. And it's bringing me to spirituality. This is an interesting one. It's bringing me to I am psychic.
Oh, now that I would not be surprised because Kathy, I think, has been a follower for a very long time. And many
Mm.
of you guys, by the way, are psychics as well. And maybe you just haven't tapped into your power. So, oh my gosh, I love that.
Because there can be a block as well around your psychic powers. Some people like I think a lot of people actually, we all have psychic senses and whatever, but people can block it off. So I wonder, does that resonate for her that I'm psychic?
Yeah, I'm not getting any comments at this time. I don't see. How do you feel, Niamh? Do you feel a little? Do you feel good? Do you feel because you did quite a
Yeah.
few readings? And the other thing I wanted to say to everybody is, although it might not have been your reading, there probably, and I found this even when I do my readings on a live stream, there probably is some resonance. There might be some tidbit of other people's readings that you could take with you and use for your journey. Because we're all connected. And typically when I do a live stream, people are coming in with similar energetic frequencies for the purpose of a universal healing. So it is my hope that from the beautiful readings that Niamh did today, that you guys will be able to tap in and take advantage of that. Please be patient because though a lot of your comments were not coming through. I have people like letting me know that now that a lot of the comments weren't coming through, but we'll try to do this again. I want you to, if you want a personal reading with Niamh or want more information about a reading, please, you can contact her at bluelotusdivine@gmail.com. And then I'll be back live. I'm pushing for tomorrow morning. And you guys are awesome. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I will see you all very soon. And I'm going to let Niamh give a closing. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good because I wasn't sure how it was going to work online, but it seemed to work really well. I know we didn't get around to some of it. I have set up I just set up a page yesterday. So if people are interested, like maybe once a week or that, I could do. If they want to follow my page, I could organize something that I could do.
Well, you know what we could do is I'm going to give her the thread, guys, to the Facebook live stream that I have, that private page. So you can go in there or really just check in bluelotusdivine@gmail. That's it, Dina. Thank you. We can also leave their room like Kathy used to do in that private Facebook page I told you about the other night. So we'll make sure that you'll have more access to these types of readings in the future.
Yeah.
I feel so grateful and blessed, and it is so nice to be in relationship with so many people, but especially you, Niamh, who just listen to spirit. And when you listen to spirit, doors open. I think that's the moral to our story today.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity, and thank you for everybody for letting me tap into your energy and read for you today. And I hope you got some value out of it.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.